It's been an hour since you've been gone, and there's still more for you to roll. Sorry that I want you, lady, what can I do? You know you're everything. Oh, baby, what else is there to do? I don't know, but I'll try. Maybe I will try. Help me out, help me out, help me out. It's amazing what you do to keep me falling in love with you. Girl, you're all that I know. Where else can I go? You know you're everything I do. Yeah, baby. What else is there to do? I don't know what I know, but I cry. Yeah. I don't wanna call my own. I want you back, said I'm begging, I'm begging on my knees.
Not a little, plenty. My quartz crystals never empty. There'll be no knots that fret me. Bitter like root tea, I'll use whatever works like Bruce Lee. You only need a little like Tootsie. Baby had a biggie, it was juicy. I like it really weird like kooky. I switch my style up every year, it's a new me. You thought you knew me, let me introduce me.
I'm getting sick of bitches having opinions, and that's all I get to see is fat black bitches, old white bitches, dykes.
Yo, Yo. I'm disagree. I am disagreeable. This is disagreeable. We are disagreeable. Welcome to the show. Hit all the buttons that you're supposed to hit when you come into a YouTube show. We got a little iced coffee, joint rolled, and we have Torsha, random white woman I came across on some red pill shit, and over there thinks he talking to hoes or something like that. But this is Pretrial. You feel me? Shout out to BSL. Beta Senpai hit up his channel. That's where the full investigations happen. This is just a pre-trial. I'm just an officer of the court. You feel me? So we're gonna get into this as usual. This show is not plotted and planned out. You feel me? We have a general idea, and we'll see what's gonna go with this general idea. Now, for those of you who don't know Torsha, I know when I pull her up, you're gonna be like, we're not messing with that. She like, oh, look at her, no, look at her, like, I know she might have and here's the thing, I haven't done too much investigate. This is an investigation right now, so we might do a mini transvestigation. We might do a mini transvestigation, and then we'll go into we'll go into the full investigation. But you see, oh, look at that bitch, y'all. Like, I'm not saying this is a bad bitch. You feel me? I'm not saying this is a bad bitch. This is about box as always, and we're just here to determine. You feel me? I think it might be fire because I grew up in South Florida around the small hat community. I've had my fair share of small hats. I've dated a couple small hats, and I just have a different perspective than you guys who've been in the hood and your segregation. You've been in the hood and your segregation, and you never got to date a white bitch or anything like that. So, I know you think it's special. Oh my God, he dating a white woman. Nah, I don't really care. It's not really that special or anything like that. But we're just gonna get into it. I'm not gonna wait for anybody to show up because I might be shadow banned. They might have finally shut me down. Got tired of this big black nigga talking crazy. We're shut him down. Susan Wiskashi taught me. And if she didn't shut me down, this one's probably going to get me shut down. Because I think Torsha's probably a small hat that can't take a joke. You feel me? Minka's fucking with it. I don't think Minka didn't try to flag me or nothing. I think Torsha might try to get me the fuck out of here just for telling jokes. You feel me? It is what it is. I'll have to build the channel back up again. So it might motivate me. I can't let a small hat destroy me. We're making fun. It's not. I don't hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like I am. The box might be fire. I might want to hit. So how you gonna say I hate you when I want to have sex with you? It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. So let's get right into it. Let me go ahead and add this back to the stream. As you see, we have Torsha's page here. This is her. Regular skinny white woman, white people face. She looks like those those dogs that look like white women that look like they have like white people hair, the long white people hair. She looks like those type of dogs. You feel me? But it's okay. You're white. I'm not mad at it. She keeps her weight down. That's nice. That's nice. And like I said, I really have nothing planned for this show. So I'm just gonna get into it. Somebody shows up, we'll get into it. So let's see what Torsha is talking about. She says every man should own this. Let's see what she's talking about. And I know you're not gonna look. You're sitting in your car. I know you don't even look good already. You're like, my niggas are gonna start talking crazy about me because I pulled your ass up here. But it is what it is. Let's go. Hold on.
About this product, I just wanted you guys to see the sunscreen I use without
Yes, this is a regular white woman in her element. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with this, guys.
Anytime I film anything that's like in my room right now, it doesn't look like anything changes. It just looks too smooth. I don't know. I'm just so over it. I don't have the light for it, so I figured I'd do this while I'm in the car. I put it on half of my face. This is, sorry, it's like dirty. This is
I'm already halfway to the box's fire. I'm already halfway to the box's fire. I don't know why. Let's go.
really expensive sunscreen, but I saw male dermatologists using this on YouTube, so I was like, okay. And the reason I say male is because it has a tone to it. Anytime any product has a tone, you can see it on my hand, tone, color corrector, anything like that, really all it is, or it's like it'll match your skin tone or whatever nonsense. Really all it is like some sort of yellow pigment. You guys remember color theory? It's like more on the yellow side of any pigment, but it's such a small amount, it doesn't even matter. There's foundation.
She's really talking to men right now? Niggas listen to this? You know, we're going to comments after this. We're going to the comments after this. This is a thorough investigation.
Women wear where it'll be like 10 or 20 whatever SPF, and it's like you would have to use the entire thing on your face to get it. This is like the inverse of that. So there's more sunscreen than there is pigment. So anyways, watch. Okay. I was like, straight men are using it? No way. But it's really
No, they're not. Who's waking up and rubbing all this shit in your face? You feel me? You feel me? You know, white niggas be on their old Roman, old Greek shit or whatever. So a white nigga don't know nothing about vitamin E or shea butter, cocoa butter, none of that shit. White nigga use olive oil. Shout out to him too. White nigga lotion with olive oil. That shit. They don't know nothing about like coconut oil on your elbows, bro. What the hell, for real, bro? I add that to my smoothie, bro. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go.
because it's not a color, and I'll show you why it's not a color. Well, it like is, but it isn't.
This bitch is gonna be colored. This bitch, you call me colored? Why I'm not a color? Wait, hold on. Let's go.
If you're dark skinned,
This bitch talking about dark. Racist bitch. I kind of like her more now that she said that. I know she's racist. Let's go.
this product in particular, oh, see how it's like a weird, just wait. You have to apply it with your hands.
I think all these crazy internet hoes got firebox. I think we should put it out there like all this rambling and weird shit and like you just look like you got some gobstoppers. You look decent, but you don't got no man. You just like a goddamn mess. The box is out of control, and I don't want to be here, man. But we could definitely hang out. This is not a hate stream. We're having a good old time. You could roast me on your stream. Roast me. Kill me on your stream. I'm going to donate. Cook me on your stream. I'm going to donate.
So I'm going to get red for a minute and then I'll let it settle. But if you're black, this will pull. It'll either really work for you or it won't. That's one of those things where it's like you have to know your undertone because it has more yellow in it. There's a possibility that, or I'm sorry, because there's red, yellow, blue. So more blue, it could look ashy. However,
She just called niggas ashy. She giving black people advice. Shout out to the small head giving black people advice.
not the same type of ashy you would get with a white cast. It's a little bit different. They might have made other shades for it. I think they did.
How about you drink more water, eat more vegetables, work out a little bit more, get a sweat, hit a sauna. You know what I'm saying? Instead of putting layers of chemical nonsense on your face.
I just haven't seen it because you have to go to a med spa to get it, and they don't lay
Oh, who spa? What she call me?
them out. At least not the ones near me. But you can get it online. Let me know if there's another tone to it. But yeah, it's just something. I know I'm like coming here with a pigment, being like, all right,
Wait,
white people.
Hold up. This is only 3 minutes into this. She gonna sit here and do this bullshit in her car for 30 fucking minutes?
It's not going to be casty. And then I'm like, damn it, it's not going to work for everybody. If I find a product that does, I'll be the first to tell you. Okay. But
I'm not judging you, white woman, because I know how your age accelerates, and before you started to put this nonsense on your face, you didn't look totally haggard and destroyed. So I'm giving you props. You feel me? But I can't sit here and watch this BS. I'm gonna be real. So I'm gonna skip here to where your titties look nice and see what you're talking about.
Duh. Anyways, so one of the ingredients that I think is going to make a huge, if the influencers aren't talking about it yet, I don't trust influencers ever. Maybe Jeffree Star, and like that's.
Hey, yo, pause. We might have to go further into the transvestigation for this woman. Who?
Like they could be bought too. You never know. Some people say not, but I'm telling you, I do not buy shit if I don't need it. Ever. But this is one of those products. I'm curious to see if it's going, like, literally, I didn't even realize I had bumps. Like, I knew I had bumps on my arm.
So this is a crazy person, but what am I gonna hold it against her? Like most women, she's completely out of her mind. She streamed 11 days ago. 553 people watched this. There's some people in the chat talking nonsense. Everybody wrenched up. She got members. Member with a guy's name. Hold on. I'm Carl. Burden coins. Barter coins. I'm currently making my own concoctions for topical application. I got 2 formulations down pat. Is it down packed? I thought it was down packed, packed, or something like that. A hair detangler and a base formula. My wife says my hair. This is a nigga with a so-called wife on here watching this whole channel, like commenting, like I don't really understand it. That's why I'm not mad at her. These niggas, men are just pathetic. We want to buy your products. Let us know when. Actually, I told her it was snake oil. Blah blah blah. Tori looking very healthy here. Hey now, these are guys. Simp Army. I'm carnivore. I don't need sunscreen. As for the acne product, I'm 60 and don't need it. Looks great for those who do though. But if you want to reduce acne, cut carbs and sugar out of your diet as much as you can. That's facts. Nigga talking facts, but you still over here explaining it to a hoe. You still over here explaining to a hoe. You sound crazy. You forgot an affiliate link. All right. So yeah, she got her little simp army. Shout out to her. She got her little congregation. She got a little congregation over here. Oh, what up? Lawyer confront Mario. I don't want to hear. I don't see. I just need to hear her being crazy. All right. She said men are born out the wall. Let's see what she got to say about niggas at the wall.
What is this?
She got her makeup on. You feel me? This ain't a bad bitch. But if I'm like in Fort Lauderdale or something, I'm like Las Olas or the white people come to whatever. We're in there. We're lit, having a good time. You know, white girls from across the bar, they'll make eye contact with you, and all you gotta do is, you can tell if you can get a white bitch at the bar, she like you. You gotta look across. If she makes eye contact with you, and you dance a little bit, and then she like matches your little dance from like across the bar, you can get the white bitch. This is like a white bitch that you meet in Fort Lauderdale. You feel me? You in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, that's everybody doesn't know about Fort Lauderdale, but this is a Las Olas looking bitch. But let's go.
Did I get ready without a mirror? And we're live.
Shout out to Bamify Bama in the chat.
Did a like already.
Shout out to Bamify Bama in the chat.
Men are born at the wall.
You heard that, Bama? You heard that, Bamify Bama? We are born at the wall. It's over for us. Niggas fell off. It's over for us. You feel me? And I want to reiterate what I said earlier. I'm not saying this is a bad bitch. I'm not saying any of that. You know what I'm saying? I know some guys are thrown off. Like, look at her. Are you sure? Have you done the transvestigation yet? Are you sure? Look at the jaw. Look at her nose. Like, yeah, I'm from South Florida, man. I grew up adjacent to small hats. You feel me? I've dated some small hats. I've had my fair share. And this is just a regular small hat woman. You feel me? Small hat woman. And I think her neck goes crazy. I think, but it's not about neck. I'm halfway to the box is fire. I don't know. I don't even know why. You feel me? It's fire, but kind of gross when you wake up in the morning. Like when she takes a shower and shit, and then you see her like her face actually matches the pigment of her hand. You're like, ugh. Ugh. But hopefully she doubles up on the dome and you forget about that. Let's go.
Do they get over it? Unclear. What is going on? What are those? I've been giggling.
I never would want to be a woman. I didn't know this. Bitches gotta brush their eyebrows. Bitches have to intensely brush their fucking eyebrows. You bitches got silky do-rags for your eyebrows too? What the fuck?
I'm stressed. Would you look at that? Do you know this is called the spoolie?
Don't worry. Right now, this is the beginning of the investigation. We're just diving into the psyche of this person. You feel me? We're diving into the psyche a bit. And then, because we know how the detention span is, but we're investigators. Investigations aren't always fun and exciting. But we're going to move to her TikTok a little later, and we'll be able to power through it. Pause.
Green ankle. My phone is dangling right now. Dangling. Whoa, we have a lot of people tuning in. Don't get mad at the title.
Get the numbers up. They're not mad at the title. That's your simp army. They coming in here to hear you talk about nothing. Let's go.
Of men spawning at a wall. Ew. Don't laugh like that on a date, Tori.
I don't. This is a crazy person. This is wild. This is wild. This is a crazy person. You feel me? And who cares? Like that's the thing. Like these arguments that men and women have online, and you're like, oh, okay, guess what? Women hit the wall, but men are born at the wall. If a bitch says that to me in a real conversation, which I would never be having a conversation with a bitch about that, but if I did, I'd be like, okay, so that's like men need to embrace the shit that you have. You have the okay, so you feel me? Some bitch commented on a comment that I put on. Like sometimes I just troll on Instagram just to be funny. I'll see something on like explore page, I leave a comment. I see they said like this Asian bitch was like a fake, you know how every culture around the world does some kind of caricature of black people, and they act even though the art form is not ours, none of it's ours, but everybody's just acting like niggas. But they had like a Asian bitch. They were saying like, oh, this is the new Ice Spice. We call it a rice spice or some shit like that. And the only comment I put there was, I don't know who this bitch is, but I know I'll hit. But I know I'll smash. That's all I left right there. And I just kept moving. I forgot about this. That's a great thing about trolling on Instagram, because you'll totally forget about something. And then 3 weeks later, somebody will reply to that shit. And so this bitch replied to it, and she's like, yeah, that's what black men are good for. All you're good for is having sex with women that aren't black. Like something weird, like women outside of your race, and that's what you do. That's all you're good for. I'm like, I replied to her, I said, and? You feel me? And? You think you're gonna shame me out of fucking Asian bitches and Colombian bitches? You think you're gonna shame me out of that? Are you insane, bitch? You can't shame me out of that shit. Let's go. My bad. I digress.
I am thinking to myself, or you hit the wall.
Bitch, you been at the wall. You've been at the wall. I'm sorry to tell you, you don't have 2 years or less. You hit the wall like 2 years or more ago. You don't have 2 years or less. You hit the wall 2 years or more ago. You feel me? But let me add this. Here's the good thing about that. The simp economy is limitless. It don't matter if you hit. It don't matter. Stop worrying about that shit.
But what about men? Are men at the wall when they lose their hair? Are they at the wall most of their life?
You at the wall when you're not that nigga, you don't got money. You feel me? But as long as you're an able-bodied man, you have the opportunity to be that nigga and get money. Church.
Must they provide value? Kind of, but like, just don't be an asshole.
Be attractive and knock these hoes down. That's all they want. She's like, you don't gotta provide no value to me. It's 2023. Bitches, of course they want your money. Everybody wants to rob you and take all your money and your resources and leave you dead in the streets. You feel me? But it's not just the hoe. If the hoe likes you, she don't want nothing from you. She wants it from some other nigga. There's plenty of niggas out there to pay the bitch. That's what you don't realize. There's plenty of niggas out there to pay the bitch. But I digress.
If you're looking for lukewarm dating advice, you've come to the right place.
And it's just horrible, like women pretending to have personalities by just laughing all the time. And shit. I really don't understand it. I really don't understand it. But we're gonna power through this. We might try to make it to 5 minutes before we totally give up, before our brains explode and drip out of our ears from listening to women. Let's go.
There are no expectations when you are a woman. We just are. Okay. I disappear from YouTube and I come back. I respawned at the wall. That's a channel name. Write that down.
I wonder if I can find where she disappeared from YouTube and she came back. I wonder how long you were gone. Because the only reason you disappeared and did anything else is because you probably got a man for a little bit, gave you some pretend confidence. You thought you were somebody for a little bit. Then he got tired of you, or maybe he displayed some shit you didn't like. You got tired of him, and now you back out here in these streets. Which I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I want you in the streets. And not in a bad way, just so you can hang out with me, because I don't want a relationship. So you can hang out with me, you be in the streets, and when you get a man, go hang out with that motherfucker. It's all good. And guess what? I'm not a judgy motherfucker. After you got done having a man, you want to come hang out with me and have fun again, I'm gonna open the door and be like, hey, what's up, stupid? Hey, how are you doing, stupid? Let's hang out. All right, that's too much laughing without words, Torsha. We know you're crazy, but this is an investigation. We have to move along. We have to move along, ma'am. If you come, hey, Torsha, if you come in here and you want to cooperate with the investigation, all you have to do is you know what? Let me do this. My bad, Torsha, if you pass through here. Because I want to let you know that we're going to give you the opportunity to cooperate with us, cooperate with the government. Don't waste our time. And maybe we'll take it easy on you. You feel me? So there it goes. The link right there. Now let's see what else this nigga's talking about. I said that with all due respect, small hat. What's it? Divorce, able husband. Should I see her react to something? Should we see the bitch reacting to something? We're taking our time here. So, just get to it, man. You should have things prepared. Stop scrolling. Nope. This is a live investigation.
Gonna take a second to get.
Your mic ain't shit. And the thing is, you see what she's trying to look made up and shit? She looking on right on the border of nigga. You feel me? This makes me want to open up the transvestigation before I even go further into this investigation. Do we need to open the transvestigation?
The audio.
Like the last video kind of proved to me it was a woman because of how goofy she is. And you know she's white and shit. So I don't think she's a transformer. I think she's just white. You feel me?
Why? I don't even know what it's called.
Fix your sound, nigga. Does she fix it?
I cannot believe
She never fixes the sound. I know I'm not the only one hearing this.
Talk about their narcissistic boyfriend.
All right, we can't do the investigation through that shit. We need this bitch to be more professional. You got damn 12,000. You got goddamn 12,000 followers, and that's your sound quality. You feel me? I think Bama's here chilling with us, and then that upset my audience member. I didn't say audience member. That upset my audience member. Shout out to Bama Fi Bama. All right, we're taking our time. We're taking our time. We want to hear. We want to hear what this bitch talking about. All right, she on her Kevin Samuel shit. High value men cheat. It's crazy how they need to give Kevin his props. Whether you agree with him or not, nigga came through influential as fuck.
Business has been going great. We've grown so much so fast.
What are fathers for?
Yo, Bama Fi Bama. I'm glad you're here rocking with me. You feel me? I know she ain't shit, but sometimes this is what an investigation is like. if you want to have an exciting investigation, have a good time, you got to go to BSL's channel. He has that's when the bitch is actually on trial. You feel me? He has all the paperwork together, all the files. I don't have the files. I'm getting files together right now. You feel me? Let's see what this bitch is talking about. Let's see what this whole talk about. I don't want to see this whole lead up to this shit. Let's see what this bitch talk about.
I hope I don't fuck this one up, actually. I'm like, I really don't want to mess it up.
She's always doing her yo, is this some type of like coping mechanism, comforting thing for bitches and shit? Why is this bitch always doing her fucking makeup? As if she didn't have on makeup before she came on this fucking show. Nah, Torsha, we're gonna indict your ass, dog. We're gonna indict your ass, and I don't. You know what? I was halfway to saying you had Firebox, but I don't think so, because you don't show that body enough.
We're going to be talking about the whole concept of men and cheating, because it gets really misconstrued in Red Pill.
But you know what? It's fuck. She's not a bad bitch, but I'm definitely smashing. She's like one of those white women that you be hitting, and their hair gets all messy, and they be looking all like shiny and shit. They be looking like goddamn gray aliens. And bitches look like tall whites and Nordics and Palladians and shit when you smashing. I'm not even mad at it.
I'm assuming we're good on the audio. Nobody's yelling at me. It's rare. It's rare. Okay, one. Okay. Do you guys know? Do you guys know why that whole open on his end, meaning he's allowed to mess with other women, whether they're married, whether they're dating, but she's not allowed to. When people see this at face value, everybody gets really pissed off about it.
Why?
And that the only way.
Hold on. Why can that happen? Why? We can. You know what? I'm not, because I don't like playing shit to hoes. I don't really care, but it's pretty obvious. You're getting everything else. Because bitches don't care about sex. You don't care about how the nigga smash you. You do on a level, but not really. So, but all you're bringing is pussy. That's it. You always putting makeup on. Your conversation sucks. Personality trash. Old. You feel me? All you're bringing is pussy to the deck for the most part. You feel me? So yeah, you got to hold that shit down for that one nigga.
For it to be even fair, if you want to put it that way, is if it's open on everybody's end. It's like, oh, so you're going to contribute to, like, I don't know, fucking harmful stereotype, just insert whatever. It's like, the reality is that, like,
I want to say shout out to this bitch because I can tell that she puts as little effort into her show as I do. This bitch didn't think about nothing before she came on before she put on the headphones and got in front of the mic, in front of that little bullshit window. That bitch had no thoughts put together, no show prepared, no nothing. She don't even have an idea what she's talking about. She probably read 5 minutes before this high value. Oh, she says, yes, let me do a show about that. How about you talk to me, bitch? Like, tell me what the fuck is going on. Can you stop doing your makeup? Talk to me, bitch.
Okay. That whole thing is not so much about.
Shout out to her top too. I like when white women wear these little tops right here.
Man being able to go out and cheat or not. Fun fact, they probably won't. I'm gonna talk about one of Ryan's.
That's facts. That's facts. You know, the so-called high value man probably not gonna cheat because he's an alpha simp. He's gonna stay there, get destroyed until one day that you cheat, then you take half his shit. You feel me? That's how it goes.
Essays too. Did I grab the link? Shit. Main event.
It's crazy how a halfway, not even like a third of the way attractive fucking bitch can just go here and talk and run up 12,000 followers. This bitch has zero personality. She's not even abrasive, not funny, not off-putting. She evokes zero emotion. She's just a thing there. It's a fucking android. This bitch is ex machina. You feel me?
You're seeking sex outside of a relationship. Which one is that? Is that not this one? I'll find it. I love when it's all on this side, okay? Just like shit. It's been a minute. Oh, it's probably under. You see my eyeball? Maybe.
All right, like this bitch is so incredibly boring that we might have to drop the charges. We might have to drop the charges and let this bitch out. Let this bitch out the goddamn precinct. Like, nigga, you're just gonna let her walk free? You're just gonna let her walk free? Yeah, this bitch is too boring. I can't do the investigation. I'm sorry, BSL. Sorry, Chief. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chief. Hold on. Why's my connection looking like shit? Yo, 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 yo. Goddamn shit internet connection, like perfect internet connection this whole time. Then KB taps in from Africa, and me trying to do a show and talk to niggas all the way in Africa to fuck my connection up, dog. Fuck my connection up. As soon as an African nigga come in here, internet, electricity, water, everything bad, dog. Like Bamify Bam in the chat. I couldn't talk to her for even 5 minutes. Hopefully we wouldn't be talking for 5 minutes. You feel me? And here's the thing. She's very boring, but if she's actually like this around, if she was actually like this around me, I'd be cool. Cause she's barely saying anything. She's not really making any points. She just does her makeups and laughs a little bit. And everyone's like, it's still annoying, but it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? I could deal with it. I could deal with it. All right, Bama. That's one vote for dropping the investigation, dropping the charges, and letting her off. That's one vote. You feel me? Because she's killing us. And we're gonna skip forward in this because this is just horrible. But we're gonna see if she says anything at any. Here's what we're gonna check for first. If she says anything at any point that makes any sense, that's not repeated. You feel me? Let's go.
Or when you don't have sex with me, it's like a rejection to me. Feminists will be like, bah, 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 bah. But to men, that's their first line of action. They're trying to communicate because that's what everybody, you gotta have good communication.
We're trying to communicate. I thought she was about to tell the truth and she just lied. I thought she could be like, niggas want to smash, but she no, they're trying to communicate. Let's see.
Well, men try to do that and they don't get results. If anything, it just starts a whole bunch of other shit tests. Women who are self-aware will be aware of this sort of thing that happens. You might even come onto this video one day being like, well, fuck, no shit.
You're lying, bitch. You feel me? It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad at you for lying just like every other bitch. It's okay. We can still hang out. But you know all this pre-thought. You feel me? All this fucking planning that you're doing, this analyzation while you're saying, oh, I'm doing too much of this. Oh, you know that shit goes out the window when you like a nigga. When you're there, you're just vibing and you getting googly. And you getting googly and all that, googly-eyed and all that shit. You already know. Let's go.
Specifically, I remember when I first started making red pill content, I had just gotten off of Fresh and Fit, and I still had a subscriber base prior to that because I was on YouTube for like a year. And I remember one of the
You're a white woman that went on Fresh and Fit when they were really popping, and you only ran up 12,000 followers. You need guidance, baby.
regulars was asking me, I won't say his name. He's gonna know. He's gonna know though. He's gonna be like, really? But okay, I'll hold on. I'm gonna have to give I'm such a girl. Okay, so guy comes into bar. I've known him for a few years. He starts dating somebody that I may or may not know. Okay. And he asked me, he's like, he expressed that he thought his girlfriend was cheating on him. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, she doesn't want to fuck. She always has a headache. She's sick.
That's insane to me. You feel me? I know niggas are really going through that though. I try to think about it, but I couldn't even like calculate that shit. If I have if I have a bitch and she don't want to smash, I'm not gonna think about if she's cheating on me or not. I'm just gonna go smash somebody. Like, what the fuck is this all this thinking about?
She feigns illness. Mind you, like kids aren't in the picture, but you could picture a married guy. You know, they have kids maybe, and she's just not. She gets very involved with kids. It's not like that hard to. It's not that hard to follow how this sort of thing happens, okay? And I was like, did you express to her that? Like, that's like a...
Yo, shout out to KB. Be on in a bit to fuck more. Oh, that's what you're saying. I didn't understand that you're African Ebonics, but I get it now. I get it now. I didn't understand African Ebonics, but I understand now. We hanging out for a little bit.
A woman's first line of questioning. It could be anybody's first line of questioning. Right? Did you express that to her? And it's like, well, yeah. And nothing happened. Well, that's where it's tricky because it's sex. I've talked about this many times. Men have the ability to sexually traumatize women in ways that women just can't to men. I'm not saying that men cannot be e-pard, but I'm saying there's like, I think we can all agree that there's a very nuanced thing that's has to deal with consent.
Here goes the whole damn cuddle assault. You feel me? The whole cuddle attack angle. Just stop it. You feel me? And I'm not lying. I'm not saying you're lying. Niggas are crazy. You feel me? Dudes are crazy, but bitches ain't shit too. So how am I supposed to know what's going on in the world?
Even the crazy side that likes to call us misogynist, like they know a whole host of things. We know a whole host of things. They assume we don't know. But I think Red Pill takes the most useful approach to this. And it's people that don't like us will see us and be like, they're trying to make that girl stay, like force her to stay with the guy that's cheating. Like these guys don't even know how to fuck. Like, what else do they say? They're like, these are the type.
So these guys, why would we stay with these guys? These guys don't even know how to fuck. Bitch, you are a goddamn chess master fucking. Like, niggas don't got the experience that you have, bitch. Matter of fact, bitch, if you're not good at that, you should be good at fucking. You should not want a guy to be good at fucking, bitch. You got all the experience. Show. Here's the thing: a bitch have mad experience and she don't never show you nothing. It's crazy how a bitch has mad experience smashing, but she'll never show you nothing, like some new shit. Like, oh, you're like, oh, what, are you gonna do all that? What you doing? Are you gonna do all that? Like, she never show you. Anytime a bitch tries to introduce some new shit to you sexually, it's always borderline funny style. It's always borderline funny style. You're like, yo, can we just do regular shit? Why do you wanna, bitch, who told you I want my ass? No, I don't want that done. Stop it. Stop. Get away. No.
Type of guys that would like e-part their wives. You know what I mean? Anything that was like bad behavior for men back in the day, they assume that Red Pill follows that. And what they fail to acknowledge is that one of the biggest things that I think all men should adopt, I know a lot of writers talk about it in the space, and it's this: every unhappy wife is a rape victim. And it's that.
What the hell did you just say? Yo, this bitch has said absolutely nothing and then said something shocking at the end. Hold up. Let's see what's going on over here. Hold up. We got KB in the house. Let's welcome KB to the stream. Let me reorganize this so her titties are always in the shot. All right. So what's up, KB? I know this is a hard investigation to get through. I know this is a very tedious. It's not that much fun. Our subject is very dry, But you know, that
Fair
sometimes that's what good investigation work is like. That's what good detective work is like. It's not always fun. Sometimes you sit. This is when if we are private investigators, this is where we're sitting in the car for 18 hours, and we're pissing
Oh,
him. This is a torsion investigation. It's me sitting in a
oh,
car for 18 to
bro,
19 hours, pissing in bottles, eating warm sandwiches. That's what.
smoke, smoking a dub, man, little man. It's dry like white meat, bro. No cap. I would probably smash, but it would take some sort of like convincing, if I'm really sober. But yeah, man, I don't know. You actually pointed it out. Like, why do like these white chicks look like Labrador dogs or some shit like that? Like, it's so weird, bro. Like, I can't even unsee it now, bro. Like,
But
But
that's
yeah,
not even me being racist saying because there's like mixed black people look like a certain type of dog to me too. They look like those cartoon dogs. Like the like the Goofy movie or maybe like the animals from Arthur. You know the show the cartoon Arthur and shit like that. Like
yeah, Arthur. Yeah, that is a proper description of that shit. Like, especially, yeah, mixed mulatto people. I
yeah,
mean, it's
they look
something
like they see white people look like actual dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like in real
exactly,
world
bro.
dogs, and mixed people look like cartoon dogs. You feel me? And some black people look funny, and some black people look funny too. But I don't have anything that funny to say, so I'm not. When I make up something funny for black people, we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you. You know.
Racist white people are coming in here. Oh, well, black people look like monkeys. I'd be like, okay.
Bro, 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 the racism even down here, bro. I'm just over it, bro. Like, it's just like whatever, man.
It's funny to me, but the real funny part to me is like everybody's racist, but they get mad if you want to get racist or just have some fun with racism. You know what I'm saying? There's like, hey, you're supposed to be crying. How come you didn't cry when I called you a nigger?
Yo, that's a really good observation, bro. Like, they get on your ass, but yeah, yeah, I get you where you're coming from.
Yeah, but as we can see, Bamify Bama already voted that we just dropped the charges on this bitch because she's annoying. We just dropped the charges. We let her walk out. We take the cuffs off, let her walk out the fucking station, and we let her take the honey bun and the soda and all that shit with her. Just get the fuck out of here, bitch. You're killing us. But I don't want to give up
Yeah.
that easy. Maybe we need to go to some short form shit because she obviously is horrible on here. The only reason she has any numbers 12,000 is because she's white and she's been on shows, and that's it. Because this is just a horrible person to watch. It is what it is. I'm not hating on you, Torsha. We can talk about this. You can come up here. We can have sex, whatever you want, whatever you want to do. You feel me? But
Simping out.
you're just bad. Oh, telling you, bitches, you want to have sex with them and simping. You see, and let's talk about the black pill for a minute. Let's talk about how
No,
the
hold
black.
up, hold up.
Let's
Look,
talk about how
man.
the black pill
I'm
is
not saying I'm
borderline
not saying just simp.
homosexuality. You feel me?
Oh my days. I knew you're gonna get triggered, but like, man, look, man. I mean, for me, simping is like putting a bitch in your mind and trying to manifest you having sort of an encounter, putting that in the deep sort of like chaos realm, like without her sort of initiation in terms of her thinking about it initially. So if you the dude doing it, right? That's simping, bro. Like, it's maybe part and parcel coming from where I come from. Like, we see women as not as substandard, but in terms of this physical realm, like, we shouldn't be out overemphasizing women like that. That's just how I feel. Like, I don't.
But no, you niggas are full of shit because you black pill niggas
I'm
have shows all the
hold up,
time where you talk
hold
for
up, hold
eight
up,
hours where you talk for 8 hours about women. That's what you do. You're here talking about bitches. It
shit,
is what it is.
shit.
And the thing, I'm not gonna shame anybody. We're men. We're supposed to be talking about bitches and talking crazy all the time. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. You feel me? And I
True.
don't know if they understand this over there in Africa, KB, but I'm I'm serious, but I'm not serious. And here, because I'm obviously just having a good time. But if she happen to like me and want to fucking hang out, hell yes, yes we're gonna do that. Why not? Why not? You feel me? That's why I hate these
Yeah,
fake
true.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
online. Like because the bitch is stupid or something, or they might argue with the bitch or something. They're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna try to find some. Oh, look at the beak on the bitch. Look, she's not shit. This ugly. I would never touch her with somebody else's. These lying ass hoe ass niggas. Niggas are
Yeah,
liars, dog.
that's some goofy stuff. That's some goofy, corny. Yeah, like you pointed it out, borderline homosexual tendency. You know, niggas tapping
And
into their feminine aspect. Bullshit. But I, I,
I,
I mean, I don't identify as black pill. I just agree with some of the points that the black pill, points out when it comes to like the sexual market and your value within it. But overall, I don't identify with those dudes because I'm not an incel by heart. So yeah.
I didn't really identify with it. I thought it, like I said, like you probably heard me say it before. When I was like looking at that shit, it's interesting. It's kind of guys kind of talking crazy, and I like dark comedy, so I thought it was like more funny than serious. You understand what I'm saying? I thought we're
Exactly,
having
bro.
more fun than serious. Then when I realized it's serious. Oh, you niggas are weird, borderline homosexual. It might be dangerous. I'm just being real with it.
Yeah, yeah, me too, bro. I thought, look, man, this is just dudes, you know, being on that comedic but intellectual in terms of breaking down, the seriousness and the jokey aspect of life. But then I realized how quickly like these niggas take like they take the tiniest things so seriously, right? Like niggas would be tracking everything you say, like put comments about you, the way you sound, and all that goofy stuff. Then I soon realized, like, damn, what the fuck is this? Even with the internet tribalism, like, I'm like, yo, bro, it's just the internet. Like, it can't be that important in your life. But I guess, like, in the West, because of the technology or how ruined the West is. I don't blame nigga. I kind of understand. Not saying that sort of like remorseful to that, but I kind of understand. But I'm just like, damn, bro, it's over, bro. It really is over, bro. Earth is over at this point. Like imagine listening to a 7 hour stream, bro, and it's just niggas fucking around and not taking dumb shit seriously. Yeah, bro. I was really thinking about it like the other day. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, let me just go back to like hitting the gym and just doing me, bro. Like, you
I
know,
feel like there's no problem listening to it now and then, as long as you're not a member of the tribe, like listening from the outside. Because
exactly.
when I was listening before, I thought it was funny. Then I found out it was serious, and I was like, oh, you niggas are not like me. But now it's still fun to me because I just make fun of it now. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a good time to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah. I feel like that's how you should treat most things in life. Like just dip in and out. Take whatever you gotta take from it and yeah, keep on doing you. That's how I see it now. Like I don't like even now, like I'm like I just be in the comments. Even if I do hop on the panel, I'm not gonna say anything or bullshit like that because I just know how it is nowadays. Like when I saw how redundant most of the points are, and how, it's like it's so repetitive. It's like, dude, it's annoying, bro. What's next? Yeah.
Look, like I don't subscribe to tribalism over here, so I don't give a fuck where niggas go talk on the internet. But I might comment on it if I hear somebody say dumb things over there. Like if you're a different person over there than over here, definitely gonna ask you about it. You feel me? But
Yo, I wanted to mention, remember when you did that neo-Nazi passport
yeah,
review on that channel, right? Yo, bro. I think what was it? I think it was like the past two streams. bro, that Nazi passport, bro. He posted a video, right, on his channel talking about how this Filipino chick proposed to him. And
Proposed to
yo,
him.
yeah, proposed to him. And I think the caption of that video was like, "Oh yeah, um, how it feels to be a Chad." I was like, "Yo, it's over, bro. Yo, bro. I know it sounds corny and goofy when I mention it, but like, it was so funny for me. Like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, yo, fucking hell, bro. That Nazi guy, bro. It's over for that guy. It is over, bro. Yeah,
It's definitely done for him. You feel me? Like, and here's one thing I never understand: like being a part of like a group or a chat or something like that, and then when you're either exiled or you leave, this whole like weird back and forth shit. Like, I feel like I realize motherfuckers haven't left people in real life. I've had people I consider friends that got weird, and I'd be like, nigga, you're done. You feel me? I don't give a fuck about you're done. So I don't see how motherfuckers are so attached to online shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I have to go talk to you.
true,
Yeah, this is the brotherhood, the group. You motherfuckers can't even ask each other to borrow no motherfucking money. What do you mean you're friends in a brotherhood and all that bullshit? What the fuck are you
hmm
talking about? Right?
bro. Looking for validation on the internet. Like, yo, bro. Like, there was some goofy dude. Yo, bro. There's so many goofy dudes that hop up there, bro. I realized it quickly, bro. And one of the dumb shit that I regret is that, like, I think the first times that I hopped on these type of panels, like I was hopping on with like really OG older dudes, right? When I think about it, because these dudes, I was in the back room with these dudes. They were telling me, bro, look, man, you gotta move carefully, bro, especially on these type of channels. Like, if if by any chance you don't subscribe or you're trying to redefine or rediscover yourself through this shit, just don't even give the effort to this shit, you know? Um, keep it on a down low, just be in the comments or don't even interact, just observe, you know. But yo, fuck, that's one thing I regret not taking that those dudes as advices, you know, because like when I think about it, like that was the last encounter I ever had with those dudes. Those dudes don't even hop on these type of. They just be living their lives, you know. But even on the chat thing that you just mentioned, like it's kind of weird, like how I mean, down here we don't overemphasize that shit. Like, oh yeah, you a Chad. Oh yeah, you too. Like, nigga, bro. Like, it's so for me. The whole concept of even like, you know, categorizing men, bro. To me, it's sus and it's goofy and it's corny, bro. Like, the fuck, bro. Like, yo, yo. I can't even describe it, bro. But it to me, it's just like, bro, live your life, bro. Like, yo, so many things, especially like what you like saying, infinite possibilities. Like you already have that in your hand, you know, especially in this reality. But niggas would still want to go tap into their feminine aspect and do that bunch of goofy shit like categorize men. Oh yeah, he has a
Yo,
better reality than me. Yeah, but whatever.
I try not to like at least I used to. I used to do this. Like believe everybody has the same capacity that I have, you know? Like you just don't think you're not thinking properly, but you have the same capacity. But it is what it is. No, you don't have the same capacity. Some motherfuckers are supposed to be fucking losers. Some motherfuckers are supposed to be some motherfuckers are supposed to be just feminine weirdos. You're supposed to be that. Just be that and continue being that, and I'll continue having things good. I'm not gonna argue about somebody who says it's bad for them. Okay, let it be bad for you. You know, I don't care. You feel me? Because people and then people don't understand. I don't know if duality is the right word. What this matrix is like, this quandary or paradox, whatever. They don't understand how I can say I'm living in hell and having a great time. They don't understand. They don't they're like, oh, what do you mean? How you mean this is hell? You know we're living in the government system and the Illuminati and the Palladians gonna not nigga fuck all them niggas, fuck the devil and all that shit. They got no you feel me? But, oh, so what? You escaped it? No, I haven't escaped anything. I just don't give a shit. You feel me? Like what? Why are we gonna talk about these things? Let's talk about results or something we can do with it. I was like, hey, so it's like, oh, so we're in a prison planet, right? We're in a prison planet. So guess what? If I was in actual prison, which is not happening, but if I was in actual prison, I figure out a way to make myself comfortable in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
go ahead,
yeah,
bro.
I just wanted to mention, like, even what you just mentioned, that like, I think I would attribute me thinking that a lot of people assuming that we have the same mental capacity, or we on the same sort of like brain frequency waves, right? That is also coming from like the sort of indoctrination of being institutionalized and being in school around people and shit like that, and you know, being fed a certain concept, and you know, your mind's always thinking about that shit, right? So you vibrating with them in the classroom for that same fucking test or some shit like that. Yeah, right. But I realized this like when I really, I mean, I think like in the past 2 years when I really shifted from the whole institutionalized environment, right? Like, you know, I think my granddad always used to tell me this shit, like, bro, in life you should always be the observer, right? Because the observer is more closer to the projection, right? So whatever's projecting this reality, you should always sort of like be on that, you know, side of perceiving reality and things. You know, that's how you'd get the whole picture, the overview. You know, what you talking about, like niggas just be dumb for no reason, and he was your friend, but like he like, nah, nigga, this dumb shit that you just did, I can't co-sign this. So now I'm leaving this whole friendship, whatever we have, bro. Right? So in a way, if you were so attached in that reality, you know, like yeah, I'm going on a rant, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Like, just try to be the observer, bro. So you know what's shifting and how it's shifting, so you don't get too attached. You know, it's like even viewing like candlesticks and shit, like a chart and shit. You know,
Yeah.
um, niggas would overemphasize the technical analysis, right? But it's all psychological, bro. How you move, right? That's what actually redefines it, yo. Um,
like I said, like I said before, like shit should be done dispassionately. It's basically the same thing. Just it is what it is. I'm telling you, all life. And we might get into this more in the Nigga Gnosis show, but all life can be broken down into nigga isms. It is what it is. Everything is everything. Oh, well, we can keep going down these lines of just regular nigga isms, and that shit has and those little sayings encompass the deepest quantum realities and possibilities. You know what I'm saying?
yo, the way you broke it down, nigga isms. Yo, bro, why don't you just start the nigga gnosis channel, bro? Like, we could be cooking on some. I know niggas care about box. I know we've been the shit that you eat up there keeps you on a low vibration, fluoride, Chinese food, GMO food.
Box is a low vibration.
No, no, I'm not saying box is a low vibration. I mean, like, of course not. Come on, bro. I mean, with the proper box, I mean, you could do some incredible shit on Earth, you know, as a male. But I'm just saying, bro.
And,
Like, yo, man, you should start the nigga nose, bro.
it'll happen when it happens. I don't want to build another channel. That's why I'm thinking of like organizing my times for slots or whatever. But we'll talk about that a little later at the backside of the show. Pause. But I just want to say that we're not closing the investigation on this bitch. I am not dropping the charges. Matter of fact, I might add some more charges because this is the most of her body that I get to see. Because I'm not looking her up on these on podcasts or whatever. And I'm like, this is classic white, old school 1992 white porno bitch, and the box is fire. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, white chicks. What can we do? Hey, just fuck him, bro. I can't
She
even
got
listen to a white chick for over 5 minutes, bro. No cap. Especially if she has makeup. Like it's like what the fuck, Any
Predict
chick
the
would
feeling of everything that's going to happen in their life, and their bodies resigned to the familiar.
nah. This is she crazy, but look, it's like she the classic skinny white bitch. She got a little half a shape on her, titties out here looking like goddamn, looking like Pamela Anderson. This bitch related to Jenna Jameson. You feel me?
bro, she is screaming, I need the African tonic. Like
Hell
if I'm
yeah.
once I'm done with her, bro, bro, she paying my bills, bro. you know.
She on the Jenny McCarthy side of the game. Some old white bitch shit. Hold on, let's see what this whole talking about. We're gonna we're about to shut down this investigation soon because I've seen enough. She is. It's impossible to listen to her, but we're probably gonna indict her. I'm thinking it's fire. I think she's crazy. She got the skinny white girl with the big titty swag, and I think she's. I don't know, cause her doing makeup and giggling all the time means like she might be trash in bed too. Like she might have no personality in bed. Cause I want to say she's a thrower, but she might not be. She might not be throwing nothing to keep it a bean.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she
true.
might not be throwing nothing. So I don't want to
Yo,
give her
did
that
did
yet.
you did
Go
you
ahead.
go
Go ahead.
over the Asian segment? I know you always gotta put an Asian chick in your videos. So did I miss that, or is that coming?
Well, we had a little bit earlier. That's a palate cleanser. Or what was that? What was on the earlier show? But it's like it's a palate cleanser. You feel me? You know what? We've been working hard. We've been working hard. Investigating this fucking offender. You feel me? It's a suspect. She got it. She definitely. And here's the thing. She just look like a regular like ain't shit white bitch when she don't put all this makeup on. But when bitches put all this makeup on, they start looking like on the Transformer side of the game. You feel me?
Exactly, bro. Bro. Dude, that is 1,000% on it, bro. You on it
That
on that,
satanic
bro.
energy. You
Bro.
know, and on the
Duh.
backside show, like let's hold on. Let's bring up a palette cleanser. Pause. On the backside of the show, I have some things I want to organize. Like I said, I want to organize some days for a show. I have some shows ideas for nigga gnosis, and I've been noticing something lately on the conspiracy side of the game that nobody's pointing out, and I think the show might go up because I've noticed mad bitches, like even white bitches, like everywhere, Europe, South America, like they're all getting these crazy demon tattoos, like right over their wombs, like right on their stomachs or like right over their pussy, like a crazy demon face. All mad bitches have either crazy demon faces or goddamn Baphomet skulls and shit like that. Like mad bitches. Like I know there's a bunch of bitches with tattoos that ain't shit, but it's like an inordinate amount, and all the different locations that they all have it. I'm like, this is some next level shit. This is some different type of shit. Like, something's going
Bro.
on. I can't fully put my finger on it yet, but something is going on.
Yeah, fully infiltrated, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, they always say, bro, in Africa, once you control the women, you control the society, bro. You know, the mother tongue is the actual influencer to the programming of humanity because that's what language is. So, I mean, yo, man, I mean, I'm just like holding on to the last semblance of, you know, originality or if I could say, or authenticity in terms of my sort of like confined African, you know, um, reality. But yo, it is over, bro. I saw some crazy shit like Doja Cat, right? I don't know if you know this goofy ass, crazy ass bitch, Doja Cat, right?
Mm.
She's a popular American singer, but like she's from South Africa, right? Yo, bro, she was doing some demonic bullshit, bro, and influencing all these crazy races, bro. Like it is, yeah, it's crazy, bro. That's crazy at this point.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's to the point where like the media, like I don't know, you weren't here for that show when they're talking to Wavy and shit, but he was giving his perspective, and it was kind of like nihilistic at the time. I thought, and I'm just like, I'm like, yo, I can't really subscribe to that shit. You're like, you can think what you want, but I gotta denounce that aloud because this is infinite possibility over here. You know what I'm saying? So, but but I didn't. He didn't get what I was saying. But what you're saying right now kind of goes with what I was trying to say to him. Like, what's being projected on the screen is always a lie. You feel me?
True.
Just because it says you're losing, why do you say that that's the truth and other shit's not? You know what I'm saying? Like, anything being projected on the screen is a lie. So I don't believe any of it. And just like with the so-called black pill shit or whatever, a lot of that shit is not it's weird because it's true, but it's not that shit is not observable when you go outside, and people don't want to admit that shit.
Exactly. Yo, because niggas don't want to go outside. You know, it's life is sort of that comfortable nowadays. To give you to make you tap into that sort of aspect of life. So yeah, true that, bro. Like, dog. Like for me, I remember my granddad like told me this shit. Like he called me like, okay, not that he caught me watching porn, but like he saw some pornographic shit on my computer, right? And he told me, bro, he's like, if you're gonna have sex with yourself, bro, look, man, you might as well not even do it in the first place, because that's gonna turn you into some freaky ass fucked up nigga, bro. Like it's not even considered sex at that point. It's a demonic ritual, bro. So if you're gonna do it, bro, I mean, prostitution is legal. So my granddad was like, dude, come on, so many prostitutes, there's so much bullshit out there, man. Like, you can't do that shit, bro. Cause in a way, you are entrapping your soul and you are entrapping your mental capacity, right? So yeah. Where the fuck are we now, bro? This Korea or Japan?
I don't know what type of Chinese people these are. You know?
Yo, but that Korean chick that was cooking I don't know what she was in a $3 whatever, what do you call it? Like that suit. I don't know, bro. Gymnast.
You were here for that show, or you watched it back?
Nah, I watched it back. Because Wavy shared the live, and yeah, I was working that day, so I
Oh
was
yeah,
asleep. So
we got into like a crazy algorithm. Like that chick had like the tiny bottoms on, like that shit. She's like eating like a vegetable soup or whatever.
yo, it's funny you say that. Like you tapped into like a funny algorithm, because before that, you were doing a box investigation on that bald hood rat, right? That was showing her box with the fanny panties, right?
Yeah,
And that shit popped up later, bro. Like it's it's so funny, bro, because on my YouTube, right, I turned off my watch history, and like sort of like my Google account, um, acting as a third party on YouTube, right? So you know how if you do that, like your YouTube doesn't even show, right? Like it doesn't show like all these crazy thumbnails, all these algorithms. But after I viewed
it
that
still show
video,
you.
right?
It still shows you something. It shows you like the base algorithm that they want you to see, like the most corny basic shit, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's when you click on a video. I'm just saying this is when you just like you hop onto like your YouTube, right? It's not gonna show you any videos. You're gonna have to go into a channel and view a video, and then it's gonna show you like suggested or recommended videos, right? So I'm just saying like it's so crazy like how if you don't have your watch history turned off, right, and it's turned on, right? Like how they can pick this shit up so easily. Like that was in a span of the same stream, bro. Like you were just like it was like a 15-minute time span from that video to that video. yo, it was so crazy observing that. I was like, damn, they got us on lockdown, bro, like for days. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, and they know, like, but put it this way, where there's a difference. I'm not really watching this shit. I'm observing it. We're talking about it. We're having a good time as we should on Earth. You feel me? We're having a good time, all this shit. But I'm not. You see all these views that this shit has? It's not motherfuckers like me. It's people watching this shit like a little weirder. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's people like really tuned in on some super sim shit, like, oh, and leaving comments like, oh, hello, Kazumi, you are so beautiful. I like to watch you make soup. You feel like motherfucker? It's like sending cash apps to the bitch. It's like, it was so nice how you put on socks today. Like, yo, that's not what I'm doing. I'm watching the world burn and enjoying the show. You feel me? I could laugh at I could be more relatable to people and just laugh at celebrity shit all day and popular news, but I don't watch that shit. You feel me? I don't even know what's going on in the world. I don't know what movie's coming out. I don't know who's the president. I don't know when a hurricane's coming. I don't know shit. I don't know shit until it's really in my life. That's when I really know about it. When I'm like,
Exactly. Keep it like that, bro. Keep it like that. Highly recommend. If niggas gonna be listening to this on playback, that is how you should move, bro. Precisely that. Engage with things that are only relevant to whatever you pushing or whatever wave you are. You know, fucking now, look at this crazy shit, bro. Like I'm just trying to think about like how weird this world is. I think it's maybe cause of the cause and effect of overpopulation, but even the sort of like programming, how elite it's become. But yo, man, like Asian people be weird as fuck. How is this? I mean, surely they know. Okay, the simp economy. You could
they
you could
they might be
create.
weird. They might be weird, but they're having more fun than us. Black people fell off, man. Feel me? Black people fell off. Black Americans at least fell off. Africans fell off too. Cause y'all used to be kind of popping. You ain't got no fella cooties no more. So African people fell off. You feel me? Black
I
Americans fell
mean,
off. White
it was
Americans
by
ain't shit.
design. It was
Huh?
by design. I'm saying it was by design.
Yo, that's gonna be one of the main first nigga gnosis shows. When the first long format show, I just too lazy. I'm not even lazy. I'm doing mad work. So I just have so much other shit going on that I can't format this how I want. But I can show that it is on purpose and why it has happened. The degradation of all black art. The degradation. I can show the war on it to bring it down and the reason it was brought down from the linguistic arts to the physical arts to the dancing to the martial arts, whatever. I can put in line exactly why that shit's been degraded, and I can connect it to my other theory. And people might not like it, but fuck it. You motherfuckers can read the Talmud, right? So I can have my theories, right? My theory, my theory is that white people are like our AI. We made these motherfuckers, and for a reason, to be lazy and dumb. We made these motherfuckers. Not we didn't make them to be lazy and dumb. We were being lazy and dumb when we made them because we wanted to make slaves and do some fucked up shit, whatever the fuck we were doing, and it got out of hand. Just like the AI is doing right now. It's just time. This is just time repeating itself. It's gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again. We made it. It's gonna make some new shit. That's just gonna come in. It's gonna keep flipping itself over and over again. Like that's the cycle we're stuck in right now. Unless we can stop it. You feel me? Because you can look and to me it's the same thing that AI, if you observe it, what it's trying to do to everybody is what the so-called power system has done to black art. It's degraded it so it can
Yeah,
it degraded it so it can participate in it. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah. But
AI art
on
is
that AI
degrading
topic,
real. Yeah, I'm saying AI art and all that shit is degrading the real chaos magic, the real artistic shit that comes out of nowhere. No matter how it looks, it's never that fly as that shit that comes directly from your mind and shit like that. So it's gonna keep degrading your mind and degrading society. So you do the same shit. So it can feel like it's been trying to be you forever since the beginning of time. That's what the
exactly.
Lucifer. If you look at the Bible, Lucifer was fucking jealous of you and shit. Like, oh, how come you love them so much? I thought we were the angels and all that shit, nigga. It is what it is, nigga. Sit down and go fucking play the trumpet or whatever you do up in heaven, you cornball. We're down here being humans, shitting on you, Satan. You feel me? And you can be mad all you want, reptilian, Palladian, gray alien, demonic, Baphomet, Baal, Moloch, whoever the fuck you are, nigga, eat a dick. You feel me? My bad. I digress. Go ahead, KB.
Oh yeah, I was saying like even though with the AI thing, I feel like it's sort of like over sort of overemphasized and over extrapolated, if I could put that in yeah, like that. Because like if you look at it, the source base of all AI is like predominantly Python, right? And and it could be broken down to binary shit, ones and zeros, right? And I don't think AI could be sort of technologically advanced to such a point whereby it is acting as an oracle, you know. Um, if you get the picture that I'm trying to paint, like it's so complex to even on a binary level to codify something like as complex as love or a certain emotion that a human would have, despite even attributing that to creativity, right? So I think that's also a far-fetched idea to, like, even the movies that they push out, the series is based on AI, right? That's just to sort of like, it's what you were talking about. It's sort of like this reenactment of them showing you that, oh yeah, we are in power. Oh yeah, we could foresee this, right? Remember in the 80s, you used to watch movies that are based on like 2023 and they'd show these flying cars. But, and you thought,
Yeah,
shit, in 2023, there's going to be flying cars. But exactly, bro, there ain't no flying cars, you know? Um, I
yeah,
mean, when niggas would say, oh, we have electric cars, but electric cars were invented around Tesla's time. So,
yeah.
no, bro,
Electric cars were invented mad years ago. Like the electric cars they have now suck. The ones they had back in the days were fire. The ones that like what happened to electric cars, the one that they just crushed and
bro,
put in the desert
bro,
and
they
shit.
were fire, bro. Yeah, the ones back in the day, they were fire because like they were made of actual, you know, like natural metallic, um, sort of like
Made out of fucking metal. The cars nowadays made out of fucking paper mache, dog. That shit's trash.
yeah, that carbon fiber paper mache bullshit that they promoting, yeah, bro. So everything, nothing's new under the sun, bro. Nothing's new under the sun. I always think about that, bro. Like it's one of, I don't know why that thought is even hitting me, but it's been hitting me recently. Like, yo, bro, like, don't think anything you're gonna do is new, right? Just know it's already happened. But with that in mind, enjoy it while it's still happening,
Just
and
think, you just gotta think about it. We're living in some of the corniest times ever. Like people are like, oh, it's technologically advanced. Everything was. I'm like, nigga, we're living in one of the corniest times ever. Like people can't even imagine what it's like to live within a different density or a different reality. Like think about even if you don't subscribe to this culture, think about living in Egypt in their prime. Thinking about seeing the fucking Great Pyramid with covered in white granite all over with a giant gold capstone that you can see from goddamn the U.S. or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Think about that shit going down, and think about that level of tech of megaliths being built in front of your face and what that does to your mind. That's you're seeing it happening, so you know what
exactly,
you know what real
bro.
possibility is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
exactly,
consensus
bro.
the consensus of your society is different. And if everybody's thinking about advancement, think about how crazy the advancement in society could be. Like if we weren't living in some shit that was controlled and all the new shit that's invented gets suppressed, we'd be living in some fly, ridiculous, like organic buildings grow like some shit that we can't even imagine because everything is
True.
corny. Like I give people the
Yeah.
example often when it comes to technology and yo, I give people the example often when it comes to technology. I'm like, all right, I'm old enough to remember. I'm just old enough to remember my friend's house home phone numbers, playing outside and not being able to contact anybody. I remember the cell phone coming in. I know. I remember the house. I remember the only house phone. The any house phone had like a cordless phone in the house. Then cell phones came around, and then there was no real internet like that. Nobody's really on it that much. Then internet pops up. So I seen the change from this one to that one. So just look at the phone from when you were a kid, and maybe you're not old enough to experience this because you have to have the change from like a regular brick phone, not like an '80s brick phone, but like a Nokia brick to what we have now. So you can look at no fuck it. Anybody can have a memory of this. Like the house phone,
Yeah.
even if you've seen it in the movie, the house phone on a cord. You feel me? Think about that date and time, and then think about where we are now. Think about that span of time, and look at that level of technology. You understand what I'm saying? Look
Bro.
at the change from that phone to this phone. Now, look at your car over that amount of time. That shit, nothing changed. You're still blowing up bullshit gasoline in the front, making little bombs to propel yourself forward. It's prehistoric caveman shit. It's not progress. They just made it look shinier and put more fucking screens in it, but it's not doing anything new. It's the same exact shit from back in the days. And now they give you a Tesla with a big, disgusting lithium battery in it that you're sitting on. That there's no research behind it that you know about. What do you know about sitting on a giant battery and being irradiated all day? You feel me? There's no research behind it, so you don't know what's going on. But all it is a fucking big stupid battery. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing crazy going on with this car. There's no crazy new level of technology. In all reality, we should
Materials
be
and
driving.
shit.
Yeah, it's nothing. We should be driving off fucking 0 point energy or fucking or water. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I like the analogy that you use. Think about Egypt in its prime times, right? Like the crazy fucking African shaman stories that I heard that these motherfuckers are always telling me about, like the past and how spiritually and technologically black people have always been advanced. Like it was, bro, it is crazy, bro. I can't even explain it, because it will go over niggas' heads, bro. But I would use this example of, I think it was a story in the Bible. I think it's Nebuchadnezzar or some shit, where he said he walked into a temple and the plants were growing upside down, on some anti-gravity. Even though I don't subscribe to gravity, but I hope you get my point. Like on some anti-gravity, type of Steve. Like I was like, yo, man, I can't. And here's the thing, right? Those sort of space-time realities, right, in the past, right? You correct about it when you say, think about how that time, the, like if you're seeing the pyramid with white granite and the gold and how that megalithic structure is built, right? You would see the infinite possibility that fuck, I could do anything, right? Right? Check how now using the cell phone in the car, right? Like how we are so governed or controlled, with sort of how we think creatively and what we should think about creatively, right? Like it's bro, it's so goofy and corny, bro. You're right on it when you mention that. Like if you were just not really let loose or free, but if we were just like if they just prioritized us tapping into the sort of infinite chaos realm in terms of, look, man, let's make fly shit, but fly shit that actually doesn't benefit a certain agenda or a certain number of people, but it benefits sort of like four generations from now, like something revolutionary, bro. You know, So I mean, yo, man, it's crazy, bro. Like the times that we live in, bro. And I just be observing motherfuckers, regularly in life, and I be like, yo, bro, like, what? I don't blame them for giving a fuck, because this makes me know that, look, man, I think I'm advancing, on a soul level. I think maybe this might be my last incarnation, if I could say, because the shit that I do not give a fuck about and the shit that I give a fuck about, like, the shit that I give a fuck about is becoming less and less, right? and the shit that I don't give a fuck about is becoming more and more. Right. So for me, it's like, yo, man, like I'm not trying to be ignorant or be on some ego bullshit. Like, oh yeah, I'm better than niggas. Like nah. It's just like it's weird, like how that shift happens. And as a man, bro, that's yo, it's that's gold for me, bro. That's the kryptonite right there, bro. Like, that transition, you know. They call it what? The real nigga transition, bro. Like once you know that, look, man, like I know myself, bro. Like I can't be moved by the shit that moves you, like that. I don't overemphasize or over exaggerate certain things about reality. I just know what we live in and how holographic it is. So I'ma just chill and observe, bro. Like you do you, bro. You play your part in the matrix. you know. Um yeah.
The the masses are the masses for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think wait, hold up. I wanna ask you this question. Do you think like reproducing being like reproducing and having these numbers of populations, right? Do you think that because because when I say they, of course, when I say they, you know what I'm talking about, but like they push it like, yo, with the technology that we have in modern times, in terms of toilets and bullshit like that, right? That makes it conducive for the populations, right? But I feel like that is also an indoctrination because I don't I don't think that this is the first time Earth has ever had such a population. I think when I read about certain things and the goofy stuff that I'm into, like spirituality and serpent worshipping, right? And you talk about like humans being killed off, you know, uh, like the vapor canopy. I don't think the vapor canopy is something that really occurred in terms of our physical reality maybe shifting like that. I think floods, atmosphere changing, stuff like that.
So
Yes, it might.
do you believe giants and like titans existed?
For them, look, man.
How
I
big?
was
How big?
reading.
How big?
No, I was reading a book. I was reading a book, right? And it spoke about the Nephilims, right? Yo, man, fuck, man. Now we're going into something deep, man.
No, this you don't gotta
Yo,
go into it. This is very simple. It's very simple. Like there's the children of fallen angels. There's Nephilims. There's the giants. There's the titans and shit like that. So that's what I asked you. You say you believe in Nephilims and shit like that, or if you do, how big? So what are you talking? Are you talking 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, 3,000 feet? What are you talking?
um, I'm basing it on what I've seen, right? From the Dinga people, even down here, right? I'd say anything below 20 feet. Anything
All right.
below 20 feet.
So in this atmosphere that we
Anything.
have right now, something 20 feet, I guess, could be you could be sustained. But like, if you get into things like Titan size and shit like that, they wouldn't be able to be sustained like in this atmosphere. And it makes sense. I don't know the vapor canopy thing. Like, I don't subscribe to it totally, but it makes things come together because I like when cross cultures and ideas go across each other along with like research with dates and shit like that. Because if you look at the so-called vapor canopy time and shit like that, and then you go to the Bible and deluges and shit like that, shit that you think like, oh, they try to say like, oh, every area has floods and every area has flood stories because every different area has floods, but not really. You feel me? But the sky changing or a massive amount of water being put into the system, even if it's not like the sky cracking or something, even if it's like some we're really in a petri dish type shit. Motherfucker just stuck a needle through here that to us is huge. You know what I'm saying? And just filled the shit away. Let's put more water on this shit and see what happens. Like we're a fucking petri dish of bacteria and nonsense. You know what I'm saying? No matter how it
Yeah,
happened,
yeah,
it kind of makes shit make difference. My bad. It kind of makes shit make sense because if there was a difference in the atmosphere, there'd be a difference in what is being expressed in the atmosphere. That's why you see like giant plants and all types of shit like that.
yeah. This is what I was like, yo, bro. You should really read about the requiem, right? This is a story that when I went into like apocryphal literature, like these ancient archives, like and linked it to like, cause I'm a nigga, like niggas, how nigga gnosis, you link whatever ancient culture that you've been exposed to, to what you've read up, whatever the white man put out there, But it is crazy how when I read about the requiem, right, they were like, it's not rhinoceroses, it's all about elephants being these giants, right? And it's all about this vegetation and plantation. And I'm like, yo, okay, my country we have like this thing, the big five, and all these big five animals, right? And the thing about the requiem story, right? There aren't any predators in that time, so there's no cats, there's no dogs, right? Yo, that story is fucking deep, bro. Like, it exposes how, yo, fuck,
So
dog,
are they saying that are they saying that this predator prey system was created? It wasn't always like this. You didn't always have to
yeah,
kill to
it
live.
was exactly, bro. It was
Okay.
created, it was created to create the illusion of balance, like what you were trying to point out to Wavy. Like, you're observing shit, they telling you you're losing. You put that in your mind. Now already within that you're already existing in a dualistic world, but they putting sort of like a sub dualistic world within that world. So a matrix within a matrix to keep you confined within the matrix. Sort of like how people would believe in the globe Earth. They know that even if you get out of the flat Earth, they're gonna put you on some bullshit flat Earth bullshit, right? So yeah, bro, the referendum story is crazy, bro. Because when I was reading about it, like it made sense. Like, okay, now I now I can associate why they call Venus the dog star and why in certain months of let's say Venus is out, right? Dogs would be barking the whole fucking night to that star, right? Even the lion. The lion's eyes doesn't even look like a regular cat. And why are cats nocturnal and lions not nocturnal? But they identify as the same species, like, yo, bro, like, yo, if that's why I was like, yo, if I could hook you up with that shit, bro, I would, yo, bro, that would blow your mind. It would like connect so many dots, you know.
It sounds interesting. It sounds like it crosses with a lot of shit that I've researched already. Like the Refrahim is like that's known by a different name. I've already looked into that. Like what's the other name that this is known by? There's another name for that, right? The Refrahim. Like that is like who is that? That's an Anunnaki or a Nanu or whatever. Like who
No, it's actually a period in history, you know. But you know how white niggas gonna codify that shit, make it into a philosophy, rant about it and all this crazy stuff, right? You know how the Greeks were custodians of certain knowledge, so yeah, bro, like, you know, the the referendum, bro, it's like sort of like a time within human history, if I could say. Really, it's a really interesting topic or story, because it reveals a lot. Because I was thinking about that shit the other day, like the animals that they talk about, right? They're herbivores, but these are herbivores that are found in Africa, right? And in Egypt, you don't, let's say the gods, when you see the gods and the hieroglyphs and shit like that, they don't zoomorphize like rhinos, elephants, and shit. Like all the animals that they talk about, like in this prehistoric referendum time. you'd never see that shit on Egyptian walls and shit. Instead, you'd see predators, you'd see serpents, you'd see shit that is alien, according to this reference story, like shit that is alien associated, you know. Yeah, just to let's get back to the box, because like, yo man, you kind of triggering me, and I don't want to go into that, you know,
No,
because
but I want
yeah.
to like hear, since you talk to elders and you hear word of mouth stories, have you heard anything about like, because you know how the Egyptians conquered the Nubians, right? Like around Monroe and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they had like a
Yeah,
different they had like a different style of pyramid they were doing for a while, and then
yes,
they ended up conquering the Egyptians, but there's no history of war. Like they didn't do it. There's no history of anything violent happening. They just flipped the
yes,
script on some weird shit. So, but because like I like that's what my tattoo actually is. People think it's Egyptian, but it's actually a Nubian, and it's the gods worshiping man. They flipped the script from what they had in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I'm like, okay. Do you have any information on that? Like, what call? How did they switch that?
oh yeah, this is where I'd say writing, writing, and spirituality really plays. Because Linda Elders always tell me this. Look, man, a lot of Africa, you might think it was physical warfare, but it was more spiritual warfare. So, sort of like how you see Christians, Islams, and you know, people like that, they turned it into an over exaggerated warfare in terms of making it physical. But ancient Africans used to fight on that sort of higher, not, let me not say high IQ, because that's some bullshit, right? But on some higher thought pattern. So
Just a different
how,
understanding of the nature of reality. You know, like
yeah.
how
So
shit really
so how
works.
the so how the Nubians did it, right, is through writing, right? I don't know if you noticed, but the way the way you write, or the way, it's sort of like even in a dream, right? You should check this out. Like in a dream, you can't write. Okay, not that you can't write, but like, okay, no, not, this is a bad example. But um, writing shifts the the language, right? So you can write certain things, but you can't find, like, in certain languages, like the certain African languages that have no writing, but like the way, even the way you speak it, right? You can't write it, right? The certain sounds. So I think the Nubians created a writing system, one of the first writing systems, right? That was so sort of codified and interesting, right? When they gave it to, it's sort of like how the Egyptians gave the Greeks certain knowledge, and the Greeks came up with the whole Greek symbols and Greek writing, you know. So I think that's how the Nubians colonized Egypt, because the Nubians, and when I research about it, the Nubians were a part of the human knowledge in terms of African history. Because when I look at it, African history is divided into serpent worship and human knowledge, right? When did we split, and when were we humans? You know, which knowledge do we consider as human? You know, so I don't know, bro. Here's the thing: like, if I did have the contact or some shit, you know, like I would like give you like these videos that you would watch, because like this woman is like also sort of like American, so it would be really easy for you to understand her, you know. So yeah, bro, it explains how the Nubians were so advanced, right? They probably were one of the first people that obviously the Nubians really traveled Africa, so like God, they sort of like collected different studies from Africa, because Africans were really active in the ancient world, right? Um, because not only did they believe that there's a 0 point, you know, degree, and once you get there, you can see the whole hologram, but they wanted to see sort of like what really makes up this sort of hologram on an elemental level, right? This is where the creation of races at debate came about, you know. So there's a story that the Nubians were this how Maya and all these like South American um sort of like Latin people came about, or how South America looks like like uh, a duplicate of Africa. Like, how could you get what is it, a puma? A puma looks like uh, a puma looks weird, bro. Like when I think about it, like compared to a leopard and a cheetah, like and the Amazon jungle, yo. Anyway, yeah, let's look at
A puma,
bogs, bro. Like,
a puma, a mountain lion, and a panther are all the same animals. They just live in different places.
I don't think it's geographical. I don't think we I don't predators can adapt to any environment, right? So uh
Uh,
a tiger can live with a tiger, a female tiger can live with a female lion, right?
yeah,
I
but they can't
swear.
reproduce. They can't reproduce.
No, yes, they can't reproduce, right? They'd have to find the same species and shit like that.
No, they can
Um,
reproduce one time. They can make a liger, but a liger is sterile. A liger can't. They can't reproduce. You know what I'm saying?
yes, but what I'm saying is, I think all of these things are created around a certain area, and the Nubian story that I'm talking about is that's when these Nubians had this sort of higher power and selection. What they'd call natural selection was performed by these Nubians, right? And the Egyptians were jealous of this shit, like, yo, man, y'all can create certain breeds of certain things and put them in and know a certain environment that they would strive in, you know. So yeah, oh damn, man. Yo, man, I gotta join yoga, man. Damn.
They don't do yoga in Africa.
Yeah, nah, what? No, bro, it is way crazier, bro. Search up African women doing the fire dance. You will die,
Man,
bro. You will die.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see thick hoes, not.
Oh, Jesus,
No,
bro,
no.
thickness is coming from Africa, bro. There's always sun, bro. Come on. You know sun makes bitches have bone marrow for days.
Nah, I want to. I'm not gonna edit the name. I was about to edit the fucking name. Hold on. But this is kind of like lame compared to the one like when you saw the show with Wavy where we came across. It was the same show on the algorithm.
Damn, that was crazy. Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy. Yo, I need a chick that could stretch like that, man. Damn. Yeah, this is lightweight. This is lightweight.
Yeah, it is lightweight. I kind of want to run that crazy one back, but I'm like, nah, you can't do that. You guys, I think that bitch might have turned up more than anybody. I think there's nothing's really like matching that. Vicky Banks, that's porno names. These bitches definitely. This is definitely porn.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. And the thing is, like a bitch is just flexible. Like, look at this white girl. She's not even a bad bitch. Yoga pants pulled all up. Like that bitch is not even it's not even a bad bitch. It's like, shout out to the simp economy. Look at this frumpy little bitch sit down. But as long as she does like the right positions and all that, you're like, yeah, I fuck with it. I hit it. You feel me? I'm kind of disgusted for myself for even looking at this bitch like this. Like, that's not a bad bitch. Like, I wouldn't fuck. Let me not say any dumb shit like that. I would smash, but I would not pursue no bitch like this. This is not my thing right here at all. This is what the fuck is happening here. You feel me? I smashed a friend first, but neither one of them. These like, I like skinny like vintage white girls. You feel me? I like vintage old school white girls.
Yo. Simping over. I bet you in your earlier ages, though, when you saw them hippies, they like on TV and shit, like you're like, I'm gonna have that. But yeah, bro, like it's kind of crazy, like how the simp economy
You
resonates
never
with niggas.
you never even seen like real white people though. You only see those South African white people that are like fucking Nordics,
Oh
tall
yeah,
white,
oh yeah,
tall
yeah.
whites.
Oh,
You feel
bro,
me?
you're gonna hit me with that call, bro. Like you'd be surprised. A lot of these elites, right? They take trips down to South Africa and all that shit. So um, especially like Cape Town and Johannesburg, these are like tourist harbors, So I get to see a whole, and we have even the white population, right, is pretty xenophobic to one another. So if you like, the white people that you'd say, this is how white people look like in Africa. They treated those Afrikaner people, they treated like what do you call it, rednecks or some shit like that. Yeah.
Like
So
yeah, some hillbilly motherfuckers or whatever.
yeah, yeah. So they treated like that. So the whites that are really white, they identify as Europeans. So if you Afrikaner or Dutch, they like, nah, bro, you're a hillbilly. You gotta be from Italy, you gotta be from Germany, Poland, Russia, or some shit like that. To be considered as white and to be a Chad and have sexual intercourse with other white women. Otherwise, if you like Afrikaner dudes have the worst sexual experience because they're white, but they can't even be on that BBC tip. you know. So it's peak for them. It's sad, bro. It's sad. Remember in high school, a dude like who was just like, "Yo, bro, I wish I was black." I'm like, "Yo, bro, you white, bro." He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm Afrikaner, bro. You don't understand." I'm like, "Damn, yeah, it is what it is."
Yeah, I guess I should. Nah, can't find it in myself to feel bad for white people. But let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on
Yo,
here.
where he at, bro? Damn, that
I
nigga.
think he's out of town doing.
That's why poor people stay poor and rich people stay rich. The movie The Matrix is not science fiction. It's a documentary. Every human, and this is a fact, a child below 7 has a lower vibration than consciousness. It's called theta. Theta is imagination. Oh, that's how kids play a tea party with mud pies, but to them it's a real thing. A kid rides a broom, it's a horse. That's theta, imagination. Theta is also hypnosis. And the idea is this: before you can become conscious, if you don't have any programs, what are you going to be conscious of? So nature makes the first 7 years. What kind of programs are required to live on this planet? I say, how do you get them? Theta is hypnosis. You just watch.
I think news media and media in general.
Facts. That's why people. I don't know. People know all this shit, but that's why you gotta keep you have to stay focused on infinite possibility, because if you try to think about people waking up and doing the right thing and not letting their kids get kidnapped and all types of stuff like that, like you're gonna be waiting for a long time, buddy. So you gotta do some individual shit first, and then maybe you can help people once you can help yourself. But let's see what they're talking about on here. You niggas talking about nigga shit. Hold up. Oh shit, the white people wilding? What's going on here? All right, KB, let me ask you something. Are these white people doing some other type shit? Are they just jacking some African shit?
Bro, you know how white people venerate and worship us, bro. Definitely got that from some African witchcraft bullshit ass nigga that was practicing some demonic shit, in terms of serpent worshipping and shit,
So
because
Candy,
all all the
is there good magic, or is it all evil in Africa?
there is good magic. there is good magic without a doubt, you know. But with everything, good comes with a bad. What light comes with dark. We live. You always say this. We live in a dualistic plane, bro. So yeah, bro. I will tell you this. Like most of the ancient African stories that I hear about kings or nations of people, going in through this paradigm shift, it's serpent influence. You'd get there's a story about three kings that didn't know anything about forge mastery and how to take out metal from the ground, and they were given this knowledge by a serpent. There's a tribe, a clan of people that were in the story. They say they were the first people that came up with agriculture. But when you really go into those people and talk to them, they'll tell you, look, man, this whole tracking systems, tracking stars, and making crops for a certain season, it's all servitude. We were all given this knowledge by a higher being, a higher extraterrestrial, higher vibrational being, multi-dimensional shit, So, yeah, come on, look
Also,
at.
I've heard like maybe I've heard this in different ways, but I think maybe Bobby Hemmett said it like the civilization. Like people talk about like concentrating on Egypt and shit like that, and he's like, yo, by the time we were in Egypt, we were already in the fall. That was a degradation. That shit was already like on its way out of here. Like shit's on its way down. When you look at societies, like that. So go ahead.
True that, bro. True that. And that's one of a lot of misconceptions about Africa as a whole or North Africa. And this is why they never give you the entire information about the southern part of Africa, all the knowledge of the southern part of Africa, because we have that link of pre not pre what do they call it in Egypt? Pre-dynastic period, right? Where
Yeah.
they tell you that Egypt is where we sold out. I remember asking a shaman this shit like 2016 when I was still watching these Brother Rich type of dudes, you know. And that's one thing I hated, bro, because I used to watch Double Blair, right? And Blair was giving me like the gems, and I was asking about Egypt and all this stuff. And this guy told me, bro, yo, man, young man, you gotta calm down, bro. You don't understand that in ancient Africa, Southern Africa was known to be the Garden of Eden. Why do you think we have the most biodiversity when it comes to animals and plants, right? Um, why
Nah,
do we
because
have so many different like terrestrial biomes in terms of land and shit? Like,
that's
yeah,
what you
but
like.
anyway,
If you think about like the time of Egypt, like people see this desert and shit, and in that time, that shit would have most likely been like a lush jungle. You know what I'm saying? It was like a
definitely,
whole.
bro,
It's a whole
definitely
different
the
shit.
Sahara Desert, bro. The Sahara Desert did have vegetation, bro. But I will tell you this, right? You have to have some sort of higher technology to live in a desert, right? Because if you go electric, you know how like we have cables and shit running all over. You have your laptop, you have all these things. All these things interfere with your brain, even while you're sleeping, right? So I mean, when I was with the tribes, bro, I used to have like, if I went lucid, like I was really lucid, right? I wouldn't go into like deep state of sleep paralysis and see some hot chick go like just get completely blown off and my body starts shaking and I wake up, like that didn't really occur to me when I was with the tribes, right? Because I wasn't really around that much technology like that. So even food that I was eating, right, it was ill, bro. Like that is one of the experiences that I really hold to my soul, if I could say, because like a lot of niggas don't even have that opportunity, So yeah. Anyway, yeah, you can play the video, bro. Bohemian Grove. Damn.
But thing, like, what was I forgot what I want to ask. I want to ask damn. Trying to hold this question. I was trying to hold this question in my mind. Like, what the fuck was I gonna ask? Um, that was pertaining to that. All right. Oh yeah. Here's what I was gonna ask. You know how like how these white people and shit, like the Queen of England, all these motherfuckers, they try to say like in their lineage it goes back to Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, do you think that could be facts, and
No,
that's why they keep it in mind so much, or are they just trying to latch on to some shit that had nothing to do with them?
I think the
Now,
lineage
hold on a second, hold on a second.
is
Let me add this, and what made me say that is because all people just talk about the megaliths in or the no monoliths. They just talk about the monoliths in like Egypt and shit like that, but that shit's all over the place. There's bigger pyramids that's been like
exactly,
buried. Like there's crazy structures all over Africa. Like South Africa has crazy structures that like go into the ground. Like upside down pyramid type
exactly,
shit. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly,
so I'm saying these people keep that shit in your mind and keep venerating it because they want you to talk about the shit that they're connected to, or the fucking demonic energy that came through them and still running shit is connected to. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, bro. Exactly. So all these monarchies, all these royal lineages, right? Um, it could it could be traced back. When I hear that shit, right? Because as you said, Egypt in African context, we see Egypt as that's the downfall of us because now instead of appreciating the human knowledge and practicing the human spirituality aspect of technology and reality, we sold out, right? We started being more interested into electricity, harnessing souls, because harnessing electricity is interlinked to harnessing demonic energy and the bringing down of certain evil geniuses, right? Like
Yeah.
there's this story
Geniuses,
about these,
daemons.
yeah, daemons. Thank you, bro. Like there's a story about the Mohandan Northern Sudan priestesses using um sex as a spiritual tool to bring down to capture certain souls into this realm, right? So what they do is they have a goat and a dude and a virgin having sex, right? When the dude is about to climax, they cut the goat, right? Um, they know that that certain energy is resonates with a goat being sacrificed, right? But they know that look, man, with his seed and her version, body, that soul could resonate, but the higher energy that's coming from the sexual encounter can capture what's going on within that room, right?
Mm.
So, yo, it's some crazy dog shit, right? But to
No, this
go
is
back
making
to the
this.
Queen of
It's making sense to me. To me, like this is no difference than like how you can train with a high level piano teacher and it'll take you mad like years to get to a certain level. But you can do psychedelics with this piano teacher, and then you can have a class. And just the fact that you're in each other's aura. You're like reprogramming each other. You know what I'm saying? So you can advance like a whole year's worth of lessons within one lesson. Like this has been proven through the Harvard studies on the LSD trials. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing as what you're doing right there on some magical shit. I don't know, but it makes sense to me. But the only thing I don't know is, are they doing that to bring a specific energy, or they're just opening the door to whatever walks through the fucking door? You understand what I'm saying?
I feel like it is to bring a specific energy, right? Because I don't think humans think I don't think humans think like humans should be thinking, right? So with that being said, we are being controlled, right? And like for example, when you guys say Illuminati, you thinking about okay, half reptilian, but you think most of the Illuminati is humanoid, right? But in
No, no,
Africa,
no,
we
no.
see it as okay, okay, but in Africa, we see it as the seraphim and the cherubim, and the newly photos, which could be interlinked with the Nephilim, right? So
Yeah.
we know that. Look, man, there are probably more than 50 species that have. There's this other story like crazy. One of the first marriages that ever happened on Earth was not even between humans. It was in a sort of like a treaty or an agreement between these alien races, right? And that's how humans came about. Like that's how how in even right now, right? Like you have to get married. There'd be like a baby out of wedlock or some shit. Like you'd have to get married to a virgin in order to have a kid with her, right? Like that's coming from that ancient idea that when I heard that story, like, yo man, these aliens went into a treaty and they had to make a being that is sexually compatible with both races because both races were not compatible with one another and they couldn't keep on warring with one another on this plane because they would have damaged the matrix, so instead they have to create this sort of like being that they could put in servitude, and sort of like how the Democrats and the Republics, right? The Democrats and the Republics are always using the the mundane civilian to push the agendas on them, right? So
Yeah.
that's how you get that's how like the world is made up, bro. Like it's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy, you know.
But
But yeah,
here's where I like to bring I like to bring race back into it. You feel me? Because it makes people mad. But I like to bring race back into it because I always think it's very funny how they try to put everything like Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's time to vote, they're like, "Oh, enough Black people didn't vote." They're trying to get. I'm like, "Yo, we're supposed to." You've been saying forever that we're 13%. I think you're saying that number for a reason, 13. But you've been saying that we're 13% forever. How come how come they keep acting like we're swaying everything that's happening in the country? Like if there's only 13% of us, like we're not running shit. Like it doesn't matter who the fuck we vote for. You know what I'm saying? But they always act like what black people do is a very big fucking deal, or they're always using our image to push every agenda around the world. And I'm like, that shit is not just to be like poking fun at us. It's something different. There's something bigger behind that. The power of manifestation being harnessed. You know what I'm saying? That you're being used as a tool. They know what you can do, so they just use you as like a fucking whatever state that you're in, this dead state or this amnesic state that you're in, that you don't even know how to operate your system. You feel me? And that's why you can live on this planet where motherfuckers seem they can. You could think of you're at the you're at the bottom. There's such a put it this way, from what we know from history, how people act and how people talk. If they really wanted to get rid of all niggas, they really could, but they don't. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? They're working on it. You look at the food they give you and all this shit. Nah, I'm not talking about a slow kill. I'm not talking about a quiet war. I'm talking about they could really just come at us if they wanted to, but they don't do that. You feel me? And people might want to take this on a far left racial shit. No, I'm just using this is real shit we have to talk about. You feel me? Why don't like just like taking the put this way, nobody's gonna protect fucking Africa. Why don't motherfuckers just go over there with higher levels of technology and just take shit? You understand what I'm saying? Take motherfucking no. I'm not talking about going and giving billion dollars of bullshit Chinese credit and all this shit and Akon and all this nonsense. I'm talking about just going and taking shit. Why don't they do that? Who's gonna stop them? You know what I'm saying? And the only way they get each other's way or stepping each other's toes is because then they start worrying about the resources. So they might pretend they're going to help this country, but that's just warring over the resources. And whoever helps in that war is going to end up running the resources anyways. The whole point of me saying all that is we don't see more examples of that. I know that it's they broadcast whatever they want on the news and propagandize whatever, so there could be quiet wars going on. But from what I'm seeing, they're not really coming at niggas who they try to make seem helpless on in the media. They're not really coming at them how they could come at them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like anything projected through the media is like propaganda to manipulate you emotionally, to sway you this way or that way, to make policy happen or make nonsense happen in the world. It's never coming at you to really get you the fuck up out of here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, true.
like the media pushes you emotionally, but it doesn't push you in the way that if you were really under siege. You know what I'm saying? Not a quiet war. Like if you were really under
Yo,
immediate
uh,
threat of death.
let me let me quickly say this, bro. Like, I appreciate the stream. I'm gonna hop off in like a few minutes. Cause I got some shit, to do. But yo, man, this is such an interesting topic, and that last thought that you had is so fucking true, bro. I mean, even with the BRICS thing happening down here, bro, a lot of motherfuckers think that, oh yeah, to improve our economy, we're gonna live, you know, finally the West is gonna be on the receiving end. Now they're gonna feel it, how, it is to receive shit. I'm like, yo, man, you're not seeing the underlying sort of nuance in the shit. Russia Russia has always been good to Africa, but China has always been bad to Africa. So how is it they in the same bed in Africa? You know, so niggas aren't even seeing that. I'm like, yo, bro, Chinese people are the most racist motherfuckers right now. They know
Yeah.
how inferior their race is, right? Can be wiped out genetically over not even 100 years, a century. It could take 2 decades to wipe the entire Asian population. If you just kill them off and left the women to interbreed with the blacks, right? So yeah, bro. On that note, bro, the fire stream. I feel like if this was a nigga Gnosis stream, that was gonna be, yeah, way via. It's always good to be talking to you, man. Cause like one thing I noticed about you is that on the surface level, it might sound like, okay, this nigga is biased, or he has certain, notions about him, but on a deeper level, you can hear, if you hear you speak, you can hear that, okay, this nigga is not only just curious, but he sees the curiosity for what it actually is, which is a superpower, you know. Yeah, bro, credit to that, nigga. What do you call it? Nigality. The
Yeah.
nigality.
The nature of
Yeah, the
legality. You know.
nigality. The nature
I,
of nigality,
yeah, and I appreciate that. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And I'm gonna shut it down too. It's like a good timing because I wanted to shut it down in like 2 hours anyway. So this is disagreeable. I'm disagreeable. We're disagreeable. Shout out to KB for coming through. Hit all types of buttons and all that. YouTube stuff. And we are out.
Adios.